In this particular video, we will talk about the organelle, which is called as plastid. So, if we talk about the type of plastids, there are three types of plastids which are present. The difference is on the basis of pigment. The first plastid is called as chloroplast, which is most common. Second type is called as chromoplast, and the third type is called as leucoplast. We will look into the difference of chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Mainly it is based on the type of pigments present. If we talk about chloroplast, then it has chlorophyll and it also has carotenoid pigments. If we talk about chromoplast, then here carotenoid pigments are present. Carotenoid pigments can be of two types. It can be of carotene or it can be of xanthophyll. If we talk about leucoplast, then leucoplast does not have any pigments, and that is why these are colorless plastids which are present. The functions of all three are different. Chloroplast was having the chlorophyll and carotenoid pigments, so its function is the photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, it traps the light energy. If we talk about chromoplast, then it gives different colors to the plant. So whatever type of chromoplast is present in a part of plant, the color of that particular plant will depend on it. So color can be yellow, orange or red. Moving to leucoplast, here no pigment was present. These can be of three types. The first is called as amyloplast, the second is called as elioplast, and the third is called as eleuroplast. The function is to store nutrients. Amyloplast store carbohydrates in the form of starch. Example is potato. Elioplast stores oils and fats. Eleuroplast store proteins. So this is the basic difference between all three parts. Now in detail, we look into the structure of chloroplast. First, talking about the number of chloroplast. The number of chloroplast can be just one, as is the case with Chlamydomonas. Its number can even be 20 to 40, example in mesophyll cells of plants. If we talk about the cells which have maximum number of chloroplasts, then these are mesophyll cells of the plants. If we talk about structure of chloroplast, then these are double membrane bound. If we remember, then mitochondria was always having double membrane. The same double membrane is also present in the chloroplast. If double membrane is there, then the outer membrane is called as outer and the inner membrane is called as inner membrane. The space between outer membrane and inner membrane, it is called as intermembrane space, and the space which is present inside inner membrane, it is called as stroma. The thing to be remembered over here is that in mitochondria, the space inside inner membrane was called as matrix, but here the space inside the inner membrane, it is called as stroma. In stroma, different structures are present. The different structures are grana is present, thylakoids are present. In thylakoids, chlorophyll will be present. One more additional structure is present, which is called as stroma lamella. So these structures are inside this particular chloroplast. If we see the same structure in this particular diagram of chloroplast, then the outer membrane which we are seeing, that is present. Then there will be inner membrane. The space inside inner membrane, this is called as stroma, and inside it grana will be present. So if we look into the structure of grana, then grana look like a stack of coins. So these are looking like a stack of coins. Each individual part, this is called as thylakoids. So in this, if we see, then 5 thylakoids are stacked over here and the whole structure will be called as grana. So this is the structure of grana and thylakoids. Now inside many such grana will be present. Let us form one more grana. So these are the individual thylakoids which will form the grana. So this is another grana which is present. Now the space inside the thylakoid. Let us take this. This is one thylakoid, and the space inside it is called as lumen. Lumen has chlorophyll present inside it. So inside this thylakoid, chlorophyll pigment molecules will be present. So if we put these in hierarchical order, then we can say that stroma will have a number of grana. Grana will have thylakoid, and thylakoid will have chlorophyll molecules. So this is the hierarchy which is present over here. Along with these structures, one more structure we talked about, that was stroma lamellae. Now what is stroma lamellae? If we see two thylakoid, one thylakoid is this and one thylakoid is this. So the structure which will connect the thylakoids of different grana, this particular structure will be called as stroma lamellae. So this is the structure. These all will be present inside the stroma. Along with these things, there will be double-stranded circular DNA will be present over here. RNA will be present over here, and also 70S ribosomes will be present over here. So these things, DNA, circular DNA, RNA and ribosomes, these were also present in mitochondria. So both mitochondria and these chloroplasts, these are called by the name of semi-autonomous organelles.